How are we doing out there on YouTube today? Today we're going to cover Kobalt and some of their products that they make. I'm going to start off by saying that I'm a big Kobalt fan. I love their products. I love their tools. I have a lot of Kobalt tools around the house and I have a lot more of them at work. This is just a small percentage of them that I want to bring and share with you today to give you some reviews on. Today we're going to talk about a couple of things that make Kobalt unique and what I really enjoy about their tools and using their tools. Let's start off with one. One of the first things you notice when you pick up a Kobalt tool is how it feels in your hand. Kobalt is not in the business of making or designing new tools. They're in the business of taking tools that already exist and then asking that question. How does it fit in your hand? How do you want to use this tool and use it comfortably? And that's one of the things I really enjoy about using Kobalt over, Craftsman or any other kind of, tool out there in the market is that when you use their tools, it feels great in your hand. If you're somebody like me who uses tools on a day-to-day basis, if that's your living, your bread and butter, and you're going to be picking up a wrench all day long or picking up, a hammer or vice grips or pliers, you want something that feels great in your hands. So let's start off with, a couple of items, odds and ends. Even something simple as, a box cutter, for example. When you pick it up and you touch it, if you ever had any Kobalt tools, you'll notice that immediately how well it feels in your hand. It just feels and it fits perfectly inside of your hand. Even something as simple as, pliers or anything like that. You notice like one handle on this one is shorter than the other one. And that's on purpose, because when you use it, if you ever use a set of pliers that both handles are the exact same length, it doesn't really, you can't really open them and maneuver them the way you need to. They don't really feel that great in your hand. And this is something that this particular company has really done a great job on when it comes to designing of tools. And that's what really makes them stand out, is the way it feels. And that's very important, especially when it's something that you're going to be touching all day long. Another thing that I really enjoy about their tools is the design aspect of it. You could tell that they really put a lot of thought into their tools when they design them. It's not something they just throw out there on the market just to make a quick buck, and take your hard-earned money. Like this particular, screwdriver right here. It comes out right here in the bottom. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Forgive me. It comes out the bottom and you can flip it around. And a lot of them that I notice, I have some at the house like this where you only could change this out right here. And what I noticed about this particular one is, I'll pull it out so I can show you. It comes in two different sizes. So you have this particular one right here. I think this is the larger one, the larger diameter. And then when you flip it over, you have a smaller one. And I can't tell you how many times I've used I try to use a flathead or a Phillips, and it's too big for your bolt or too big for the screw that you're trying to take out and try to work on, or it's too small and you can't get a good grip on it, so therefore you just end up stripping your screw or making the job a lot harder than what it needs to be. I'm sure that's happened to everybody out there at least once in their life. So that's something I really enjoyed. You have two of them. They're two different sizes, and one right there in the handle for you, and that's very convenient. Something I picked up a year ago from Kobalt was, I just want to say that Kobalt, they sell their tools in Lowe's. I'm sure most guys out there know that. If you ever go to Lowe's like me, I love Lowe's. I spend all day in there. But maybe some guys don't know it, but you mainly find their tools in Lowe's. I don't really think you can find them anywhere else. I haven't seen them. Probably you can order them online, but I don't know if any other store sells them. If you know of any store that does sell Kobalt tools, by all means, shoot a message or leave something in the comments so that I can go check out what they have, because I love Kobalt tools. But this is something I picked up handy for work. I use these sockets a lot at work, and I needed something that I didn't need a whole case of them. I didn't need something that was really big, something that was going to take up a lot of room in my box, because I already have enough tools as it is. I just needed something that was kind of small, something that would, get the job done. And this came in handy more times than you can believe. So basically you just, put your little sockets on the end of it, and you just turn to the direction you need, and you just turn it with your hand. And this has come in handy. Believe it or not, when I purchased it and I saw this, I said, well, how is this little thing going to help me? You know, it's so small and tiny. I can't get no good grip on it. But it's very, very, very handy. It comes with a little case, which I really enjoy. So when I put it inside my toolbox, it doesn't get, you know, messed up or pieces thrown all over the place. You can also have a little belt clip on the back of it that you can use to clip on your belt if you want to carry it around. I haven't actually done that, but I wouldn't suggest doing that because my fear would be, you know, it clips on in this direction. So my fear would be if you somehow knock this cap open, you somehow knock it open with your hand or something, all your stuff is going to go flying on the ground. So I don't use it in that manner. You know, I have another set of sockets over here that I use, that I purchased. You know, it comes with different attachments and whatnot, different extensions on them. One thing I really love about Kobalt, like I said before, is the way they design things. They take something that exists and they make it better. So for an example, you have, you know, this wrench right here. And as you can see, it is it's a half, 3/8, and a quarter that you can use. And I can't tell you how many times, you know, fellas, how many times have you been working on something and you need to use an extension, or you have something that maybe you have like me, I have a whole lot of these little sockets. I probably have in the hundreds of these in different sets, different combinations, things I bought over the years. And I mean, I literally have probably about 200 of them, or if not more. And how many times have you used something where you pick one up and then you try to get it on there and it's not the right size? You gotta get an adapter, you gotta get all this little stuff and find it. And it just takes time out your day that you really don't need to be fooling with. With this little baby right here, you don't worry about that. You got everything you need right there. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. And I like that. And that's very convenient. And that's one of the reasons why I love Kobalt tools. You know, even with their box cutter, it comes with an extra blade inside of here. You know, you can open this up on the back and it comes with an extra blade. Now these right here, these Allen wrenches, I use them every single day. Every single day. Now, these have the ball on the bottom of them, which comes in handy if you're somebody who uses a lot of Allen wrenches or, you know, hex keys. You know that this little ball right here is a lifesaver. It'll stop you from stripping your holes. You can get a good grip on things. Another thing I noticed about their Allen wrenches is that they're actually very good quality. I purchased a set of Allen wrenches from, I want to say, like Harbor Freight, and I was using them in some tooling on a lathe and on a mill, trying to take some tooling out, some inserts, and it just kept stripping them. And I just kept stripping these constantly. So I went out and bought me some Kobalts, and I have not had that problem. You can see that it doesn't even really take the paint off of them. I mean, I've used them several times. Not a great deal. I've had them for a while now, but I haven't used a great deal of them. But I've used them, and you can see it doesn't even take the paint off of them. And it does a great job at gripping down on them. Another thing that I really enjoyed about this particular tool, these set of wrenches, is I'm trying to hold. I'm recording this with my cell phone, so forgive me. I'm trying to take this off. But another thing that I enjoyed a great deal is if you look down in here, you can set your Allen wrenches down into these little slots, and you can use it as like a lever. So you can hold on to it like a lever and, you know, pull on it or whatever you need to do to get, you know, the wrench down in and break loose, whatever you need to break loose. You can also slide it down into this little pocket right here and use it more like in a T-shape, like a T-shape handle almost, like a corkscrew almost. And that really has come in handy a lot. I can't tell you how many times I've been, you know, trying to use a little small wrench and you just can't get a good grip on it. You just cannot get a good grip. And with this baby right here, that is not a problem. You just slide it down in there, grab onto it, and it breaks loose easily. Now, let's talk about this particular tool right here. This tool I purchased yesterday from Lowe's. And I'm going to say that it's a great tool. I haven't had the opportunity to actually use it yet. But what I want, the reason why I made this video today was because of this tool right here. This particular tool, let me show you something. This particular tool is supposed to be a wrench, a combination wrench. So you have all your different sizes on it. So you have all your different sizes on it. It comes with an adapter so that you could put your sockets on them. So you put different sockets, and it comes with three different sizes for the I think it's a 1/2 inch, a 3/8, and I'm not sure what the other one is, but comes with different sizes on it so you can use it. And it comes with even a handy little magnetic flashlight that just sticks right onto it, which is awesome. Probably won't use it, but you know, nice to have it. But I want to share this with you real quick. If you go and purchase this tool from Lowe's, be aware of this. Down in here is a little ball. And this little ball, if you can see it right there, this little ball is supposed to catch onto the back of these grooves. So that when you put it in there, it catches onto the groove and you can spin it and it'll lock in place. And you can spin it again and it should lock in, it should catch basically on these grooves, that little ball. But the problem with the one I had yesterday when I purchased it was that this ball was pushed in and it wouldn't come out. And I tried everything to get it out. So eventually I had to take it back to the store this morning and purchase a new one. And I would not have made the video if it wasn't for this. When I took it back, they gave me a full refund and let me exchange it out, which was great. Kobalt has a warranty with their tools where you can take it back, no question asked. So that was great. But the problem I had was when I went to go purchase this new one, I picked up about 4 or 5 of them and actually turned them around on the box. The way it comes on the box, you can actually, like a try me type thing, you know, they do with toys for kids. You can actually try it before you use it, kind of like spinning around the box or whatever in the package. And I noticed that about 5 of them, the first 5 I picked up, all of them had this little ball that was pushed in. And this ball is pushed in, it will not lock onto these grooves. And if it doesn't lock onto these grooves, it is useless because you cannot use it. I mean, you can use it, but it's probably going to frustrate the crap out of you in the long run because, you know, you're going to try to lock down onto a bolt and it's just going to basically be moving on you while you're trying to lock it down. So if you go out and purchase this product from Lowe's, I advise before you pick one up, it's not a bad product. It's made very well. I think this is just some kind of, I don't know, maybe a defect in the product. I'm not really sure. But before you go out and you purchase it, make sure that you try it out first. Make sure that this little ball is sticking out and that when you twist it inside of here, that it actually locks. And you'll see the difference when you pick them up. You'll notice that you'll be able to just spin it very lightly. If it doesn't lock, you'll be able to hit it with your finger and it'll just spin. But if it locks, you'll feel the tension on it. So that's just something I wanted to point out. I don't know if they're aware of the problem or not, but you know, that's something that really irked me because I picked up 5 of them and the first 5 had that problem. And I found this one in the back and it did not have that problem. So just be aware of that when you go and purchase your tools, especially this particular one. If you have this tool and you have that same problem, leave a comment and let me know. I'm just curious of how long this problem has been occurring with this particular product. I wonder if the company even knows about it. But you know, this is some of the tools from Kobalt that I just want to share with you. You know, told you some of the reasons why I like them. And if you don't have a set of them, by all means, go out and purchase Kobalt tools. They're also tools. They work great. But other than that, you know, y'all have a great day. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you enjoy your new tools.